Hey everybody, this is JDGaming back today with a new deck to test out today. This was more of a for fun nostalgia game idea. Most of you guys know that I love Elemental Heroes, grew up playing them, and even though I did start playing pretty much from the beginning of the game, I've always just had a special place in my heart for heroes. So we're actually going to go and challenge ourselves. We're playing a hero deck that only has fusion monsters in the extra deck. That's right. You see all those people saying no synchro exceeds, all that crap. Well, this is pretty much what that deck is. I did feel the need to go and play masked heroes in this just because with the choice in heroes we have just for fusions, like actual fusion, material fusions, there just aren't enough plays available. And so I decided, you know, let's actually go and make a reasonable strategy. We're actually going to go and make a hybrid that focuses on only the fusions, and I feel like that's like a good thing considering, oh, it didn't let me do this during the draw phase. That's not good. I was even holding A. But I don't know what this card is, but what is this? Medolce Chateau. For some reason that's not loading. But anyway, yeah, I decided that this is going to represent, I guess, manga heroes, if you think about it, with a little bit of the GX anime stuff thrown in. So I'm actually going to go Blazeman. The whole strategy with this is to be able to use Blazeman to get free polymerizations, Shadow Mist to get free other things, free heroes, and then you're basically just going to combine both of them and be able to go and keep making pluses so that you fusion summon as a single card. Normally fusion summoning as a mechanic makes you go and use polymerization in 2 materials for 1 fusion, so you lose 2 cards overall. But if you plus off of Shadow Mist and plus off of Blazeman, it's a 1-card fusion, and then I have some spells to help reinforce that theme. So far it looks like a pretty standard Medolce deck, nothing that special other than the fact that the Chateau has been covered in snow for some inexplicable reason, whatever the term may be. But we have, oh, he's making a, maybe he's making a Wind Xyz. Wait, no, he might just want the warrior typing, I'm not sure. Ah, interesting. If anyone knows why he chose the Dragoness, the Wicked Knight, whatever this thing is, wait, what is it? Dragoness? Maybe it's Dragoness, I don't know. But if anyone knows why he went for that particular fusion, I'd like to know. I don't see anything typing-wise or anything. But yeah, that's going to be a problem. So, he was easily able to get over Darklaw with his Kaiju, so props to him for doing that. And that's one of the main reasons why like this type of hero strategy with Darklaw doesn't work quite as well anymore. It's just because you can't just have Darklaw, you need something else to back it up. And granted, yes, heroes do have options with the extra deck when it comes to Xyz and stuff, but I just want to see, you know, what happens if you try just using fusions. And so far, as you can see, it looks like I'm just going to get crushed in the face because I played Hero Lives turn 1. So not the best hand. It also didn't help that I was forced to go first. Ideally, actually, this deck wants to go second and just kill the opponent as soon as possible. Let's see what happens if we go one more time. Alright, so we are back with the second opponent here, and I'm going to go to try going second and see what happens. I know traditionally with heroes you do want to go first. You're just trying to go Darklaw and create this dumb board. Oh, it looks like we're going to fight against an Omega here with this Shiranui Solitaire that's hit the board. But nonetheless, yeah, this type of strategies, this hero strategy is really trying to just go and push for game as quickly as possible. Just because if you look at the hero extra deck, it's without any Xyz monsters, you have no way of protecting yourself. Back row just makes the deck even more inconsistent than it already is. So that's too much of a liability if you're running more than just a few cards. So just in testing this, I'm finding that yes, you are severely hampered just playing fusions and nothing else. But nonetheless, I still thought it'd be an interesting experiment to see what type of a core you can actually come up with using this. So let's see. Yeah, so of course he's going to try using that for multiple Psyframe Lord Omegas. But I'm going to see if I can get... Let's see, right now he's playing no back row, so I want to just get rid of that. And I would like, let's see, Shadow Mist would be nice because Mass Change will allow me to use multiple cards with that. Or you get multiple cards off of this thing. Blazeman would let me get polymerization even if it's specialed. I actually feel like Blazeman may be a better choice here because Darklaw isn't all that relevant when that guy's stronger than I am. So we're actually going to go Blazeman. Blazeman will get me polymerization so I can kickstart all my fusion summons from my hand. So that's the primary purpose here. We're actually going to go and, let's see, set, then I'm going to force... No, I want to actually activate this one. I'm going to force the activation of his Psyframe Lord Omega. And the way we're going to do that is try to fuse for Gaia, but I guess he was going to just go and use it anyway. Okay, yeah, you could stop my one mass change. That's totally fine. I have no qualms with that. I want to summon... Let's see... Let's go Escuridao using our Summoner Monk, because I want to get rid of that thing as soon as I possibly can. Then, let's see here. We're going to go and... Normally I would use Mass Change to deal some extra damage, but it looks like this may be a better option, or... No, we're going to win right now, I think. Something like that. Let's see. We're going to go and summon the strongest monster we can, which is this guy. And that requires... Oh, crap. That requires the last hero I had, which is not good. So that was a mistake on my part. I was actually thinking that I could get away with using 2. And then I was going to go and use the Mass Change to get out a second monster. So I was thinking in my head, for some reason, I could attack with this, attack with that other monster, and then Mass Change that. But that actually would have been something I could have done if I had gone for Nova Master. So, unfortunately, I am making misplays with this strategy just because it is a totally new thing I am not used to. And I will take total blame for that. So part of it is just my piloting it is not top level yet. But at the same time, I'm still just looking at the strategy. I mean, it's kind of fun being able to bust out old classic heroes, but really a lot of the like listed material fusions aren't that great. If you're interested in that deck profile, I actually do already have that available. I'm not going to play the Mass Change and go Diane with this, because then we'll tie. But yeah, I have that available. You can find that in the description box below. It's the classic hero deck that actually uses all the named heroes and stuff for fun. So I just wanted to do something different with this one. And looking at the fusion strategy, again, Toolbox is just way too limited to be good nowadays. And again, like this is case in point right here. Anytime your opponent just steals your monster like this, you can't do anything in response. Nothing triggers. Like this has a destruction ability, just like Shining, just like a lot of your other guys. None of them work if they get taken by these new cards, just because spinning back to the extra deck, sucking up his Xyz material like Honor Arc, like those cards, just those mechanics didn't exist back when heroes were good. And nowadays, with them existing, you pretty much have to use heroes as an engine to go for Xyz, at least partially. And without Xyz, you can't be competitive beyond a certain point. You're capping yourself off for no reason. But, I mean, it is what it is. This game might not be showing it right now, but to be completely honest, I did have a lot of fun testing the strategy out, just because it's just an idea I had, just like, oh, what if you went and acted on nostalgia and actually put together a strategy that's only focused on fusion summoning. I don't know, I might do some sort of variant of this thing where you don't go and only focus on fusion summoning, but then at that point you start going like, why would you choose the fusions over the Xyz, and it becomes hard to justify that, even as a hero lover. So, I mean, starting with this challenge to force myself to be limited. So now I need to draw a hero, and even that might not be enough because Void Ogre is a thing. If he's I'm done. Like, I can't do anything here. I could go do nothing because he's gonna probably hit me with that. I can normal this. I'm just gonna do this because, I mean, I just think it's a courtesy to let your opponent play till the end. Like, maybe he's recording something, I don't know. You might want to be like, oh, look at this awful hero player. But yeah, I'm done. You win, dude. Anyway, let's go on to game 3 and see what happens next. Alright guys, we are back with game 3 here. I'm gonna try going second again and see if I can actually pull off a win turn 1. Gotta happen once. It looks like it's not gonna happen with this hand, as yeah, there are just no materials here, guys. Yeah, I'm actually thinking about doing a discussion on pure decks using this video. It was actually something that I wanted to talk about in the past, and it was something that I was planning on doing at some point, but I feel like it's most relevant now that I'm actually playing, just by chance, a pure deck that I felt like testing out, and you know, if it doesn't work or does work, then it's a good thing to discuss. Let's see, first off, I'm just going to go Twin Twisters. I know it's a minus, but I would much rather have a situation where I can actually make my plays safely, because if I fusion summon and get stopped, then I'm losing too many cards for free. Oh, Twin Twisters. That's why it is nice if you get the luxury of baiting out your opponent for a turn, you know, survive for a bit, do that. But again, this strategy just isn't one where you can afford to sit around. You won't make it. To be quite honest, you just won't make it if you just sit around. Unless you happen to draw one in your back row, which I did. So I'm actually going to just set Mass Change and set this Blazing with it. And then in the draw phase here, we're going to go ahead and activate Mass Change. And there's another thing I don't like about this. It's the fact that when you go ahead and do this with Dark Law, like I'm doing, like at this point it's just an inferior version of the very popular Mass Tier strategy that, well, a lot of classic hero players just frankly don't like all that much. And it's understandable. I see where you're coming from. As a classic hero player myself, it's a totally different mechanic. I personally just happen to like all the hero archetypes, but it's not like I think they're the same. They're completely different. And, you know, we're losing to Jack Atlas right here. So that says something. To be fair, his cards are a lot more updated than ours. And I don't even think that Red Wolf is in our TCG yet. Is it? I think it's OCG only for now. But I don't recall. That's the thing. So Skylight, of course. Yeah, he can just destroy everything I have, and I can't stop him. So, you know, if I at least had Blazing, I could fight back, stop his cards. But that'd actually leave him with nothing. But nope, he has Bane. What's Bane do? I never read this card, and I pulled so many of them. Let's see. Tribute a monster, target a red dragon in your grave, special summon it when it inflicts battle damage to your opponent, special summon 2 tuners, 1 from your deck and 1 in your grave that are level 1. Or no, of the same level. Okay. Let's see, we're going to go ahead. He doesn't have an ability to just destroy my monster, but he could bring back the Scarlight, which would mean he could pop my special summon monsters. But he can't destroy my non-special summon monsters. Interesting. I'm going to summon Ocean and set Blazing. Because he has no cards in his hand, I'm actually fairly confident this could work in protecting Ocean until my standby phase, because unless he drew an MS tier Twin Twisters right now, and even if it's Twin Twisters it won't work, he doesn't necessarily have an out to me. So I'm actually going to hit him with this. Awesome. Successful hit. And although Blazing Mirror Force does have the potential to be more than a 1-for-1, I'm just interested in making sure I keep my monster alive so that I can get this short-term goal here of bringing back Shadow Mist, because now Hero Lives is waiting in my hand to use later, but if I normal this Blaze Man, we're getting the central core of our deck once again. Fetch a Polymerization, Fusion Summon using the Shadow Mist, and snag a free hero along the way for our efforts to make a 1-card fusion monster. Unfortunately, Polymerization is not a quick play like its super-powered counterpart, and as a result, I have to do this now. I can't just deal extra damage. Let's see, looking at this, my best chance at fighting him would probably be an absolute 0, just because his monsters don't have resilience. Oh yeah, why'd I choose that? Oh gosh, I just habitually chose Blaze Man and I didn't even get my Shadow Mist off. Well, that's terrible. So that's just a... I guess I was multitasking too much. I was talking and playing at the same time. Unfortunately. Oh well. It's like, of course, in a more serious situation, you know, don't do that. Pay attention to what you're doing. But really, when you're like playing seriously, you shouldn't be talking to yourself. So this is for entertainment purposes only. Remember that. Let's see. Call the Hauntay is probably going to bring back Bane, because Bane can bring back the other guy anyway. Yep. Interesting that they chose to do that after the fact. Maybe he's trying to gamble that he'll draw something useful that he could play. But he doesn't have a monster. Okay, so if you destroy my hero, I'm gonna just go and summon a hero. Actually, I think I won this game. Unless he goes and... Oh, he inflicted battle damage to me. But yeah, it doesn't matter because after the fact, I'm going to wipe away everything. Synchron Resonator still activates, which lets him add that to his hand. And that won't do anything. If he leaves his field empty, okay, so if this is not a trap, I think I won. But we'll see. First, we're going to start off with Hero Lives, because I need an empty board for this. But let's see here. We are going to go with... I really want a Mask Change in my hand, to be completely honest. Mask Change. And the main thing is this lets me attack twice. I don't know why I summoned my monster in defense position, given what I just said, but, you know, it happens. Again, don't play. Don't talk and play. But Blazeman actually has two abilities. One of his abilities is to turn him into another hero in terms of stats. So I can actually turn him into Blade Edge, attack him for 26, which would have been almost game with just these two alone. Reject Reborn, are you serious? Oh gosh. So basically this card says, if your opponent declares a direct attack, you end the battle phase, and I can't stop that because he's not negating my attack. And then he can just summon both his monsters back and synchro climb with them. So that's unfortunate. I can't stop him by going Dark Law or anything, so I'm just going to leave things as is for now. I was going to go Diane and finish him off, but man, he had that Reject Reborn. Considering this is something I know he had, and this is something he top decked. Whew, my goodness, he got lucky there. But that's what happens. That's what keeps this game fun. You gotta keep that in mind. I'm just gonna set this. I've already used Dark Law this game, right? I think. Yeah. So what options do I have left? I can go Diane. Well, I could have gone Diane, but I can't anymore because I set it. It'll wear off. I also play Goka in here just for the fact that that Blazeman can do a ton of damage out of nowhere. But yeah, that's pretty much why he's in there. Yeah, this is gonna be pretty bad. There's no reason to play this immediately because there's no Dark Law anymore, so can't do anything there. Red Nova. So this is that new card from Dragons of Legend. So he has Tyrant Red Dragon Archfiend. What's this guy do? Red Nova is activating. He's summoned. If it's used as a single material, you can special summon a Fire Fiend. Oh god, he's going for that Flare Resonator. Flare's pretty annoying. And then now, let's see, during his main phase 1, he can destroy all their cards on the field. Also, for the rest of the turn, other monsters you control cannot attack. Oh, well, that's fair. And then during either player's battle phase, when a spell or trap card is activated, you can negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card. If you do that, this card gains 500 attack. So let's see, I can go Goka and I can go Anki, and neither of them help me. Which is pretty sad. So I just lost. Yeah, I do want to do that. Oh wait, no, he hasn't killed my monster because it only works on special summons. But I mean, realistically, that's not going to stop this. His Reject Reborn was just what he needed to win. We were close, guys. I really thought we had a chance. Let's see, maybe I have enough hero monsters to survive with Goka. I don't think I do. I only have 16 cards in my grave, so that's not enough. Oh yeah, and he has that ability to negate it, because I waited till the battle phase. Psh. 75 life points, what is this trash? But yeah, I mean, hopefully this gives you guys an idea. I mean, it's just not a solid enough strategy to work nowadays. It's just not powerful enough. Maybe if you're playing against like an older format, it could work. But it's just one of those things where whenever you play a strategy that's like a hybrid like this, because in a sense, this is a pure strategy. It's heroes. I'm capping myself off with only fusions. And I'm going to do a discussion on why I personally don't think pure decks, just for the sake of being pure, aren't necessarily ideal, especially if you're playing with a competitive mindset. If you're playing just for fun like this, you know, you can have a blast. I mean, I had a blast in terms of testing fusion heroes. But then if you look at this, it's also a hybrid. It's master heroes and elemental heroes. And when you look at the hybrids, you really got to think, you know, why am I putting these two strategies together? Because on one hand, it's, oh, well, you get extra support from the master heroes for the elemental heroes. But unless you're needing to play those elemental heroes in the first place, do you need to do that? I mean, can't you just run the master heroes in like Shadow Mist and Bubble Man like you normally do and not dilute a proven strategy? So that's a pretty interesting point that I'll be discussing in more detail as we go on. But let me know what you think of the deck so far. As you can see, it's not even so much a consistency issue as it's capped, and it's not aggressive enough to stick in the current environment that you can expect to play in, I think. But I'd love to hear your thoughts down below, and of course, a full profile will be coming this Thursday, so stay tuned for that. This is JDGaming. Hope you guys enjoyed this different kind of duel, and I'll see you guys